I got a question. How come the goatee?
Bro, do you know
Is
what?
this on camera right now? Yeah, perfect. Because this can go in. So I told this guy, yeah, brother, I said to this guy, yo, beard looks good on you, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do the goatee thing. Don't cut it off.
Oh,
what does he go
shit.
do? What does he go do? Cuts it off. 2 days later, yo, I shouldn't have cut
Hey,
it
do you know
off.
what
Bro.
this thing is, yeah? He says to me, like, he went on holiday and he showed me a picture and he's like, yo, I did it. And trust me, you're going to regret it, yeah?
It's a regret, bro.
But do you know what it is? Like, I grew that out for like 3 months, innit? And I was like, oh, but I want to see what the trim looks like with a goatee again.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, don't do it. And he's literally messaging me in the chair like, yo, you're going to look stupid. You're going to look stupid. And my barber's just there behind me like, yo, no one's got faith in you, so just do it more, yeah? So I did it, innit? And then literally like, as soon as I did it, bro, I went home and I was like, yeah, why did I do that?
Yeah.
And then Dion's like, yeah, I told you.
I'd done that, bro. I used to have a
So
goatee.
now we
Yeah,
go
but,
back,
yeah,
bro.
when you was like 18.
I tried
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to get out of this podcast as well. I was like, oh, no, I'll come on when it grows back. He's like, nah. You
Can't deal with that,
Yeah,
bro.
he's like, you made your bed, sleep in it, and then that's it.
She said it's such a given that she loved me for my drive. It wasn't all about the bread, I had to elevate the mind. Don't go looking in my past and then get scared of what you'll find. I'm still a work in progress, you know I'm changing over time. Still pray for long life and all my killies them to shine. But if I die tonight, I promise you these raps gon' stay alive. It's big money when we...
Yo.
Chat to
bro,
me.
2025, first episode.
Yeah.
ROC. Is only right, innit? We got my boy on. Claiming to be the real Mr. Artcave and that, but it's cool. We allow him.
Yeah, I'm
But
actually
yo,
not. Like, what am I actually doing here?
Innit, for real.
Like,
Who are you?
Should we just finish the pod? 'Cause,
Innit, just allow it.
it's actually you.
Yo, I'm actually Artcave. This guy saying, yo, he's the guy.
Yeah, like, you gave me
But
this.
yo, on a real though, myself,
Yeah.
bro, Artcave, chapters, innit, bro? How did that come about?
So I had the idea when I was working in pharmacy. So I did a 14-year career in pharmacy, and I've only been doing Artcave for a year. So about 3 years ago, it was like lockdown, and a few of my friends, like 2 of them are barbers, one's a bad boy designer, obviously you lot know Riaz, and obviously we had this space at the factory, and I was just thinking like, you know, and obviously I used to do music as well, so I was thinking I could open a studio, have like a bit for the barbers, I had a little food business at the time, have a little office for Riaz, but nothing ever became fruitful from that because obviously I had another career and all the lads were busy and whatever. So then fast forward now, I got to the end of my pharmacy career. Well, not, I wouldn't say the end, but basically the end for me because I just didn't want to do it no more. I just lost love for it and everything. I was just doing it for the money. And I've always had a passion for clothes and stuff. So yeah, I just one day just took the step back from actually working in pharmacy. I tutored for a bit, so I tutored students and I was working at the factory, just helping dad and my brother out with, obviously dad and my brother's business. And then yeah, I just thought, you know what, I'll do this myself, man.
Start up, yeah.
Here we are, bro. Yeah, like obviously
man.
it weren't
1 year
easy.
in the game.
1 year in the game, man. Yeah, you know, and just, you know, I wouldn't say I've done anything crazy yet, but I am proud of
What you've done.
what I've done. Yeah.
Why pharmacy though, bro?
Do you know what? Crazy story that. So, I dropped out of college in year 12. I didn't do very good. I'm not gonna lie. My A levels, I got EDU. I thought that's crazy. So I dropped out. And then I ran I had my own clothing brand at like 16 from the factory. It was called Playtime's Over these times, yeah. It's mad. I'll show you the designs when we're back in the office. And obviously I was doing a lot of hand-to-hands and stuff, people wearing it and that. And at the time, my pops was like, what are you doing? He's like, are you going to drop out of college and just like make clothes? Like, it's not sustainable. And obviously at the time, you're like, no, it is like, because you think like you're doing something good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was right. And to be fair, it's down to his guidance. He was like, look, why don't you pursue a career in something? Yeah, so we went to Royal Derby Hospital and like, bro, I was just there thinking, what am I doing here? Like, this is so foreign to me, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then anyway, one day, obviously, my mum believe in God, do you know what I mean? Believe in God for everything. So one day, I just made a prayer and I was like, look, give me a sign if I should actually do the clothing or if I should actually pursue a career in pharmacy. And at the time, I was volunteering at a pharmacy not too far from here. And then the lady actually ended up taking me on full time. So then that was kind of my sign, do you know what I mean? So then I just pursued that and I just worked my way up. So yeah, it just became one after another and I just progressed. And like I say, 14 years, so I was doing it from 16 all the way up to 29, do you know what I mean? And then, yeah, that was it, bro. Like, my last 5 years, I was working in the prison service in healthcare. And the money was great, but job de-skilled you, you know what I mean? It was the same repetitive stuff all the time. And I just lost love for
Prison
it, do you know
every
what I mean?
day, yeah.
How did you go
just
from
in
that,
prison
though?
every day.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, I can't lie, like that part of it was pretty sick in terms of like, obviously, just getting to see what it's like without actually being in there as such.
Yeah.
and obviously it's good because I've done hospitals all over the UK, you know, community pharmacies all over the UK, but I'd never done that. So then doing that, did 5 years in it, worked in like 13 different prisons. It was great, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Huh? Yeah, it was an eye opener. Yeah. It was really good. You know what I mean? Like I met some great people, staff and prisoners. If I'm honest with you, like you know what I mean? Like, 'cause not everybody's bad. You know what I mean? Some people just make bad decisions and that. But yeah, it was great, man. But I had enough, if that makes sense. Like I just got to a point where I was like, you know what? Like I'm literally just doing this for the money. And the shifts were crazy, man. I mean, you know, I was at work from 6:30 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. Father of two, it's mad. Do you know
Mentally
what I mean?
draining then, that transition from the pharmacy to prison.
Yeah, like obviously because like you have a lot of freedom when you're just working in hospitals and community. You know what I mean? You got your phone on you and that. But there, no phone, no nothing. Obviously for me, like that was never a problem as such because obviously my family knew how to contact me. But there was always that thought in my head of like I'm the last person to find out anything. You know what I mean? If anything happens to my kids or my family or anything, you know, just things like that. But like I say, the money was good, helped me, mortgage, everything. Do you know what I mean? So I'm very grateful for that. But I just needed something new. So hence this.
Artcave now.
And
bro.
now it's Artcave. Do you know what I mean? Talk to me.
Only a year in the game,
Yeah.
and you work with all the baddest brands from Leicester. Bro.
Yeah.
So how even some of them stories, bro? Like, yo, how did that come about? Like, how do you even?
So I'll go in order
Yeah,
of like
How
how
they
they all came. So the first brand I'd say to like I wouldn't say knock on the door, but to shout me was Doddy Shiotto, Jordan.
Shout out George.
Yeah,
That's
shout
not
out
even
George.
how we know you. So that's my
Yeah,
name.
yeah,
That's a
yeah.
shout
Bro,
out.
That's
he's
crazy,
the
actually.
He's the sickest guy, and every time he messages me something, I always say to him like, "You're the gift that keeps on giving,"
Yo,
because he literally just keeps coming through with like new opportunities and stuff all the time. Like that's fully my guy. And what happened there was Riaz, my boy. He basically told Jordan like, "Yo, shout my guy." Do you know what I mean? Like they smashed the embroidery and stuff. So then obviously we got rapping, and then George came down with Peps, but these times I already knew Peps.
Yo, Riaz is gonna live 100 years. He just liked my story.
Did he?
Just mentioned his name.
Yeah,
Yo,
this
shout
is
out
it.
Ri-
This is
shout
it. Shout out
Riri as
Riri,
well.
man.
Come on.
So Peps already knew my nephew. Peps is good friends with my nephew, and I'd already met Peps like a couple of years prior. So then when George came to the factory, he came with Peps, and I was like, "Yo, you remember me?" And then we got rapping, and so it was nice. It was like a nice icebreaker for me and George as well. And then we just got rapping, and then man, I started to print for Doddy Shiotto from there, and obviously now we're moving on to the Doddy Shiotto caps, the embroidery and that. So that was, that was the first brand, and for me, I was gassed.
big, yeah,
I was
come
like,
on,
"Are you
bro."
mad? Like that's Doddy Shiotto." Do you know what I mean? Like I support that from day. Like I've been following from day. Like I support the journey. I think it's sick. So to have him, bro, like I can't lie, I got a bit of a big head. I was like, "Yo," do you know what I mean? This is really good. And then off that, I think Peps posted me one day. I was just printing, and Peps tagged me or so, like the Wizard or something, whatever it was. And then I think Joel from Cardair messaged Peps and said, "Oh, who's that?" And then I got this message through from Cardair, but these times I just saw the Cardair brand like 2 weeks prior, and obviously I didn't really reach out to them or anything because like I was still starting up, if that makes sense. And then Joel's hit me up, and I said, "Yeah, like you want to do some tracksuits? Come down." So Joel came to see me, and we always laugh about this because Joel's like, "Yo, the first day I met you, you were so professional, like the way you were, and now I actually know you and that." But that's because we're really, really good friends now. Do you know what I mean? So
You
know,
let out your other
yeah,
personality.
I let out the other one of the 20 personalities you say I've got.
Different
But
guy.
that was really good. So then obviously Cardair, so Joel and Tendai, my absolute guys, and Players Only. So Kai from Players Only, big up Kai as well. He already worked with my brother and my dad doing embroidery for his other brand, Filthy Living, and Players Only. 3-4 years before I even came in the game. I was still in pharmacy these times. So every time I used to be at the factory on my days off, I'd see like Kai's blanks and I'd be like, "Yo, whose are these? Like they're sick." Do you know what I mean? And my brother would say, etc., etc. And then one day, my brother just brought Kai upstairs to where's Artcave now, and was like Kai, Maz, Kai, and then
That's it.
that's it. Now I do all the embroidery and all the printing for Players Only. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. There's a couple of other brands obviously I can't say because
I hear you.
we sign things for that. But you know what I mean? To be the guy, without sounding arrogant, but to be the guy that has all the brands in the city, yeah, like bro, I'm really grateful for that. Honestly,
sick, bro.
Like honestly, I'm grateful for
What
that.
would you say like you feel like now on a day-to-day, being able to go into Artcave, more freedom in comparison to like your career in pharmacy?
Bro, honestly, like if you just look at what we did last week, we started our day with prayer, went to David Lloyd's, trained, spar,
Check out the reel.
Yeah,
check,
check out the reel,
check out the reel. Watched it about 400 times. There's about 3,000 views. I'm sure about 1,000 of them are from us. Yeah, that's literally just me. So yeah, in terms of the freedom, bro, like I love it. One, you know, I get to see my dad and my brother every day. That's great. And just the freedom of being able to just work in your own time and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. It's, you know, people think that, I'll start my own business and I'll be able to have this and that all this free time. You know,
Fully,
it's
bro.
the complete opposite.
100%, bro.
Like, you've had to take my phone off me right now.
Yeah. We had to put Maz's phone away because honestly it goes off.
Like,
all
it's
the time,
crazy.
weekend,
It's
every
crazy,
day,
bro.
bro.
Even Kyle, 2 minutes before we started, he had a call.
Phone call,
It just gets like that. Do you know what I mean?
sharp.
And it's always working. Like people, sometimes I'll sit there and it'll be like 10:30 at night, you know, and somebody will message me about an order, and I'm thinking, what are you doing? Like, go to sleep. But it doesn't stop.
There's no
It doesn't-
switching off, bro.
It doesn't stop.
There's no
Do you know what I mean?
switching off.
It really doesn't stop, and I actually love that.
Yeah.
I love that because it's not the same thing every day. Every day is different.
How
know what
did
I mean?
you switch the mindset then from, you know, guaranteed money through a job to then now having to rely on yourself to provide that money? Obviously, you've got kids as well, bro. You got a house, you got a mortgage. What was that like?
I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I had some savings and stuff, as you do. Do you know what I mean? For rainy days and that. But that was another thing where, like I say to Dion the other day, when we were talking about this, that you have to take the risk. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100.
And sometimes I feel like if you don't take that risk, you might always live in regret. For me, like, and even my pops, my dad was like looking at me thinking, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you're leaving a job where you're getting paid great, like it's stable. You've got that set for life. Do another 10 years, you can retire when you're 40. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're chilling." So I know when I started at the factory, he's looking at me thinking, "What are you doing? Like you say, mortgage, kids. You know what I mean? Like, this is stable income. It's coming in weekly, every Friday, ching in my account. You know what I mean? Whereas now, like, the work has to come in. But I just think, do you know what? Like I said earlier, I believe in God. So I just think if I just leave it in God's hands and I do everything with the right intentions, fly straight, don't ever rip anybody off, just do everything honest intentions, and God will make that way for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that.
And, you know, touch wood, like, I've been able to pay all my bills still. Like, I've not really noticed a difference in my quality of living in terms of finance.
Yeah.
I've actually had a better quality of living in terms of my freedom and being able to do things. So yeah, like I say, the transition was crazy because, you know, you went from guaranteed income all the time to then, you know, not knowing where it's coming from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
There was times where I'm thinking that even with Dion, there's no work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like because we've done the work. But like, I always say to D, like, we might have jobs this week. Like, for example, we've got some car desk stuff to do this week, but I'm not even thinking about that. That's already done in my head. What's coming the next week? Do you know what I mean? Because I know we've got to do that this week, but what's coming the week after and the week after that? Do you know what I mean? And that's a mindset that I've adapted from my dad because,
Sorry, yeah. No, for going back to the work bit, what you were saying. So, like, most of the stuff has come through word of mouth, yeah?
Yeah.
So, do you plan, like, how do you market Artcave, or is it just naturally?
Naturally.
Mr. Artcave, innit, bro?
So
That's it, yeah.
So yeah, we'll get.
That's mad, innit?
So
Even that,
we'll get
even
onto
that.
we'll get onto that bit. So
Yeah.
so obviously we covered the brands. You know, Jordan, Cardair, Players Only. Sorry, I missed a few. Big up Neighbours in Paradise as well, because that's our brand. Me and the boys. That's our charity brand. You know what I mean? 100% of profits all go to charity.
Oh, you got a charity brand?
Yeah, we got a charity
Oh,
brand.
swear
Yeah,
down.
so Neighbours in Paradise is solely just for charity. So I as the manufacturer make the garments, and I just take back cost for what the garments have cost me with a little margin on top of obviously the work that's gone into it. But all the profits all go to charity. So for example, I'll give you a breakdown. If an item's £20, 9 comes to me, 11 goes to charity, and that's just how we do it. Do you know what I mean? Because bro, like this is nothing. There's people out there that need our help. Do you know what I mean? So even the way that Neighbours in Paradise works, we've done a few collabs now. Check out Neighbours in Paradise on Instagram, and you'll see, because big up Riaz, that page looks incredible. It looks like the Artcave page, but way better. Yeah, so brands contact us, or we reach out to them, and like shops, for example, and they'll just give like an idea of what they've got. Riaz will whip it up, mock it up, design it, and then I'll print it, and then that's it, bro. That's just how that goes. So that's an ongoing thing. We do that all year, and that's basically one of the brands that came in the game. So take that back, even before Jordan, when I came into Artcave, I already had a brand to print. Do you know what I mean? And then everything followed after that. So big up Neighbours in Paradise as well, man.
Going back to, obviously, now you're running a business and that. Did you learn everything to do with business by yourself, or did you, like you say, your pops has been in it for 30 plus years?
Yeah.
Has he helped guide you through not the fine, like, you know, like the accounting kind of thing? Because obviously running a business is
long. Got to do tax return right now. That's on my head this weekend. It's long. So yeah, I mean, big up Pops. He's taught me a lot on this side of the business in terms of actually the garment side of it. I'd say, I mean, even in the pharmacy, the last couple of years in my pharmacy career, I was self-employed. So I had to learn a lot of that myself, a lot of the stuff with the accountants, tax returns, how all this self-assessment and all this, 'cause I didn't understand it. Still kind of don't understand it now, but we're getting there. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Pops gave me a lot of guidance in terms of all of that, just to help me out. And like I say, I'm very grateful because, you know, I've managed to just come out of pharmacy, join the family business as such, but make my own business within that, and then just do my own thing. So,
would you say Pops is your biggest role model to this day?
In just life. And you know what? Like, I'll say this on the pod now, and maybe if I do a part 2, we'll really go into my personal life. But through a lot of my younger years, I thought I knew better. I thought I knew way better than anything he would teach me or anything he would say. And, you know, you're like that sometimes, isn't it? When you're younger, like, your parents tell you something, you just think whatever. But, bro, lads, I wish I listened. Yeah, I wish I listened. From when he told me things from the age of 17, when I actually started getting paid properly in pharmacy, not like the prison, but properly. And he kind of like just gave me a blueprint and was like, look, if you just do this, this, and this, by your age of this, this, and this, you would achieve this, this, and this. I was like, yeah, but I'm outside. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what? That's long. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sure.
He was right.
He was right, bro.
Yeah,
and that's why, like, now, I just shut up and listen, bro. Because, and you know what? It's crazy because obviously I've got a son, you know? Yeah. And I'm going to try just like my dad did with me.
But you might not listen.
And I hope he listens, you know? But, yo, you know, I'm very grateful for the guidance and I never strayed too far. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I never went there. I never went that way. Yeah. I was always dibbling, dabbling, but I was never bad. I never did bad things, you know what I mean? I just hung around with the wrong crowds and whatever. But yeah, going back to Pops being my biggest role model, I'd probably say, yeah, he is. My mum and my dad, you know what I mean? Because like Pops was saying to us yesterday, like my mum helped my dad get to where he is. So it'd be wrong to say that he's done that all himself because he hasn't. He's done it with the help of my mum. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they both are in that sense.
Yeah,
What's up?
Yeah.
Yo, Artcave now. What's the plans, bro? Because, yo, even yesterday, even with this reel, that's the first time anyone's actually seen you, bro. So no one even knows that you, like, bro, obviously I was on the camera before doing the stuff, but now we're on there together. So, yo, just chat to us, innit? What's the plans?
That's another thing. Like, even with D being on the camera, like, that story was crazy. So, obviously, you guys got your real life curriculum stuff printed with me. Yeah. And then, bro, it was really mad. So
randomest day ever, bro. Like,
it was really random.
I started the morning in London and I'm ending it, just chilling with Mazra at his yard, like coming up with the maddest plans. Like, bro, how? And we didn't even like chill with each other once before that. Like, it was just strictly, I go to the factory, get the garms, whatever we've ordered, and that's it, innit? Like, safe and
it was cool. Like I came to Dion's spy, I made his shorts and stuff like that. Like, we was boys, but we weren't like how we are now, like rolling with each other and stuff. But it was really weird, bro. I ended up in hospital, and you guys had some T-shirts that week that you needed to collect, and people were messaging me, and I was like, "Look, I'm in hospital. You know, sorry for the delay, but I'll do my best when I'm back." And then I needed the lift, so randomly was speaking to Dion, and Dion's like, "Yeah, I'm on my way back to Leicester." I was like, "Oh, all right, cool, mate. Do you want to grab me from Royal Infirmary, take me to Artcave, and then I'll give you your T-shirts?" He was like, "Yeah, sound." So he pulled up. Got the T-shirts, went to get some food, and we just chilled with each other for the day. Went back to mine, came up with this mad plan, and Dion turned around to me and said, "Can I tell you something? Don't take it the wrong way on that." I was like, "Yeah, what?" He's like, "You're doing Artcave wrong, you know."
Imagine him with his business. I'm like, yo, I don't know what made me say it as well, you know. But
I'm looking at this guy like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Well, how am I doing it wrong?" And then he says, "What you do is so sick. I know what you do because I come and I see all the brands and that, but nobody knows." And I've always been like, "Yeah, I don't care if you get me. Like, I know, I do. Stay quiet, don't, you know what I mean, and just keep it moving." And D's like, "Yeah, I get that, but no, man, you need to be in camera. Let me do it." I looked at him. I said, "Go on then." Like, that was literally it. I was like, yeah, go on then.
Like, no questions. Just
yeah.
Cool, let's run it.
I said, go on then. He's like, all right, tomorrow I'll turn up with my mic and camera and whatnot. So yeah, go on then. He did.
It's mad that, you know.
That is it.
And then that's it.
Bro,
Literally, that's it.
Imagine that, because then even how that happened, like the next day I pulled up and like we went to the like he showed me the whole factory, because I've not seen the whole like operation before that.
Yeah.
So he showed me everything, and then we've walked up to the boardroom. I'm like, bro, what's that? It's like this hoodie on the table, bro, and it's this what he's wearing, bro. Yeah, and I'm like, bro,
yeah, I remember you sent me.
What the hell is that? Yeah, I'm thinking, yo, this thing's hard, like, bro.
You were wearing it one day,
yeah,
yeah, and I was like, I said to him, I rang him, I said, yo, what's that
Bro,
hoodie,
it was
bro?
that day. He said, yo, try it on. And it fitted, man, perfect, yeah? I'm like, bro, Mazza, sell these, you know? He's like, yeah? I said, brother, telling you.
Yeah.
And literally, that was it. Like, first day, we just went on camera. Like, I
Yeah.
just went on the camera, spoke, like, said some stuff.
Yeah.
And then that's where man thought of, like, the drop, innit? Like,
Yeah.
chapter 1, how, we released 10. Everyone got them in the boxes, like, all personalised and all that, bro. Like, you got yours. And then, bro, that's it, innit? Man,
So
we just
like,
ran with it from there. Like.
even with them hoodies, crazy. So that hoodie, officially, I started Artcave in November of 2023. Yeah. But I really started printing in January of 2024. So on the 16th of January of this year will be a year, like a full year, since I've actually had my machine and
Really, yeah?
Yeah. So
No way.
this month will be my actual full year. But I was there in November last year. Like I said, I was tutoring pharmacy students remote. Do you know what I mean? So I was able to just work in the factory and have my little office, which is now where my machine is. It's crazy. And back then, Riaz designed this. One day I was just chilling, tutoring. My email went off. I opened it and I was like, this is mad. Like, but it weren't like this. It was just obviously an image, a PNG. So I sent it off, got it digitized, ran it back. And then I had this hoodie there. Just embroidered it. I was like, I need to see what this looks like. Crazy. But I purposely didn't make it in my size, hence why it fits you and not me. Because I knew I'd just wear it all the time and I'd batter it. And I wanted it to be like a nice piece. I made it. And then Jordan saw it. Jordan's like, this is sick. But Jordan paid me for one. Yeah, immediately. He got his last year when we did chapter 1. But I did make him his own one-of-one piece, before that. And then, I remember Dion picked it up and was like, yo, this is sick. And then my actual idea for it back then was limited to 10 pieces. They get it in a box, this and that. But I just never pursued it. I never pursued it because, like, going back to finding work and stuff, at that point, I had to find work. I had to make brand relations. I had to do all of these things because I can't just go in, like, leave my job and then start making Artcave hoodies and then hoping that they sell. You know what I mean? I actually had to build my bread and butter first before this. So everything just kind of fell into place, especially when Dion come on board, put the hoodie on, did a video. I swear to God, I think it took him like 3 days and he got rid of 8. I looked at this guy and thought, how have you done that? Do you know what I mean? But he did.
How much of an influence has Mush been on Artcave? Like, because, for you two to only meet in when we got the printing thing and now look at where you're at, both of you, yeah?
Bro, honestly, like, separate to Artcave, my parents love him. Yeah, he's a good guy, bro. He's a really good guy.
A realist.
He's a proper good guy. My parents love him. My kids love him. We picked my son up from nursery the other day. He come to my car. First thing he said was, "Why is Uncle Dion not in the car?"
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, hi.
Yeah,
nice to meet you too. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Even my daughter picked her up yesterday from mosque, and she says, "Oh, where's Uncle Dion?" Says in the car. She's like, "Yes." Like, they love him. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, like, separate to all of that, like, in terms of Artcave, bro, I've never been a camera guy. You guys know how reluctant I was to even come on this podcast. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I've never been that guy. I used to be back in the day. Rewind about 13 years. I put me in front of any camera. I came off that, man. I don't care about that. But having Dion there, not even just for the marketing, not even for just the videos or anything like that, just to have him there, talk to you, help with the work, you know what I mean? Just little, like, Dion never says, oh, no, that job's too little. You can ask Dion to go count stock. He's not going to say no. He doesn't think that the job's beneath him or anything. Like, we work together. That's the thing. Like, in order to make things work, you just have to work together. He'll count stock. I'll hoover. I'll sweep up the floor. Like, do you know what I mean? And when you've got somebody like that there's no egos involved and you're just boys and you just work. Honestly, bro, it's great. That's why, like, now, going into the new stuff that we're planning on doing, which we'll probably talk about in a sec, like, I don't want anybody else on the journey with me except him. Do you know what I mean?
On, bro.
And man, like, that's my guy.
Come on, brother. Yo,
Boys.
that's
So,
it. Boy,
leading to the next question.
Yeah.
What's next for Artcave 2025?
So-
boys.
chat to them about even the calls we've been on this week, man.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
things in the pipeline, bro.
Right. What's next for Artcave? So you've got all the brands. So Daddy Ciato, big things planned for this year. Cardair, crazy things planned for this year. Players Only, big things planned for this year. And all of them in themselves, just talk about them quickly. They're all sick. They're all sick guys. Like, for example, Jordan, bro, goated. Nobody in this city's done what he's done.
Yeah, facts.
Facts. Do you know what I mean? Nobody. Go on this guy's Instagram page, and you just have to give this guy respect.
Yeah,
you just
bro.
have to give this guy his flowers. You guys' Instagram page got Phil Foden on it, Van Persie, Sebastian Hallen, Nines. Like,
List goes on, bro.
bro, it goes on and
bro.
down, and the further you go down the page, yeah, it doesn't get like it just looks sick. Like everything is just meant to be like Chelsea collabs, Nike collabs, Kit Locker, all of these things like goated. Cardair boys, Tendai, Joel, Harbour Town, Corby. Do you know what I mean? These guys step 3 footballers, played Reading. Kai's just signed for Stamford now. Absolute baller as well. You know, scored the equaliser against Reading. We went crazy when he did that.
good
Honestly, bro, we nearly fell down like 5 rows. We went ballistic, bro. When it went off. Like, you know what I mean?
sick.
And these are like just my guys. So in their own right, it's all sick. So just knowing that I'm working with these people in 2025, it just gives me a good feeling. But
Yeah, man.
as your question goes, for 2025, so yeah, keep it up with the brands. All the brands are looking to do crazy stuff this year. The drops they've got planned, all the stuff we're working on behind the scenes. Can't really say too much, they might tell me off. But all of that stuff's coming out in the next months. Yeah, I'm working with these brands closely. We're working with these brands closely. For us, though, obviously, we've got the Artcave drops we're going to do. Got the last chapter. Is it last chapter or final
yeah,
chapter?
the last chapter.
Last chapter. Last chapter. We got last chapter coming out, which is going to be these, but in tracksuits with a Chanel pack, so it's not going to be embroidered. So probably wear that on another reel
yeah,
or
you're gonna see that
podcast or
soon,
something.
probably like next week, 2
Yeah,
weeks.
probably like next week or 2 weeks.
Basically.
So we've got that coming. I got Little Uns. That's
Oh yeah, talk to me about that.
so Little Uns. So this is crazy as well. So we've got Beautiful Pain, which is like an Artcave brand as such. That idea came around because my personal trainer Nat, big up Nat, said to me one day in the gym, I want to make a brand called Beautiful Pain. I said, yeah, come then. And then I asked him like what his vision was for it. And it was a mixture between like gym and like fashion, you know, embracing the pain being beautiful and stuff. I saw the vision, but I thought, let me put my own twist on it. And Nat didn't mind. Anyway, like Nat's cool like that, do you know what I mean? And we just ran with Beautiful Pain, but we made the designs a little bit different. So that was just like a brand that we thought would look good to support Artcave. But Little Uns itself, I remember one day I was sat, I'll tell you the actual story, I will never forget this. I was just sat in my brother's chair in the office, yeah? And I was on Canva. These times I weren't really good on Photoshop and that. And I just had this idea, like, do you know what? I've got 2 kids. Let me make a kids brand. I can't think of any other brand that's solely for kids, apart from brands that have a kids section. But where's the brand for kids that looks cool? You know, it's not just like your average standard stuff. And I just made this little logo. I was talking to my mate Rihanna. Rihanna was one of the tutors at the time. I was like, oh, Rihanna, what do you think of this name? Little Uns. But I spelled it with like a U and an S. And she's running. She's like, yeah, I like that. Anyway, came out with LITTL apostrophe NS. I was like, that's the one. And there's something about that just stuck. So I copyrighted it. So I own that. I own the rights, own the logo, everything. Everything to do with that name and the logo, icon logo, everything's registered to me. And I wanted to make something for my kids. Do you know what I mean? I wanted it to be their brand. One, they're going to model it anyway. But when they grow up, whatever they choose to pursue in their own life, I just wanted something there for them to know that they've got this brand. Do you know what I mean? And hopefully I can build it up to a level where they can just fall straight into it. Whether or not they want to pursue their own stuff, we'll see what in the future. So yeah, Little Uns is a kids brand I've come up with. And I was meant to bring a sample piece with me today, but sorting out the kids in the morning and that rushing here, I forgot. But I'll bring it on the next podcast.
That's it, bro. There's got to be a part 2.
And yeah, there definitely has to be a part 2. But yeah, so Little Uns, we've got, and the great thing about Little Uns is all the brands I work with, I'm going to collab with all of them. So you're going to see Daddy Ciato Little Uns, you're going to see Cardair Little Uns, Players Only Little Uns, but it's going to be insane.
That's sick.
Do you know what I mean?
That'd be
Like,
bad,
they're going to be crazy. And like even the idea for the Cardair one, we discussed it yesterday with Joe, crazy.
Even, bro, just like Little Uns, like looking at it, bro. Like I've never seen kid stuff like this, and not even just because it's your Mazzy's brand or whatever, but like, bro, I've never seen a kid wearing something so hard that's not like designer as well. You know what I mean?
Many kids brands like.
No, there's
what
not.
would you say?
There's not. There's
I've
not.
not seen any.
So, bro, tell us, innit, bro? So, what's your plan? Starting up this year?
Yeah, so
fully?
Right now we're in the sample stage. So we've just done a racer jacket. We just done one of the runners tees. We've got a few collections to sample and sort out. I've got about 4 collections there. I'm gonna obviously drop them in stages. So at the minute it's just sampling, getting that right. Hopefully book a shoot with my boy Leon Matthews, bad boy videographer. Guys, check him out on Instagram as well. Shoots for Central C.
Catch him on the road.
Fredo.
Pod.
Yeah, he's going to come on the pod as well. I spoke to him the other day. He said he'll jump on the pod. Yeah, he's down for that. So Leon's going to shoot. Leon's going to shoot the Little and shoot. And then, yeah, man, we'll just see how it goes. And that's another thing. So big up the brands as well. Like, big up you guys, Carder, George, Kai, all of you. Because working with you lot and seeing the way that you lot operate has helped me out a lot in terms of the branding side of things. You guys come to me for prints, but you guys are the brands. So I just supply you the goods, but you guys go and take it that step further. So you guys doing that has actually helped me. So thank you.
Come on, bro.
As well. Do you know what I mean? And in terms of Artcave, where we're going, so this is another crazy story, don't you think?
It's just weird how it all happened, isn't it?
Everything just aligned. So
because that was a random conversation we're having.
Random conversation. So for a long time, I think, given my history in healthcare, obviously I'm always in that. I've always been wanting to help people. Do you know what I mean? Whether it be with healthcare, wherever it may be. And one of the things I was thinking was, wouldn't it be so cool to have like an academy, like run workshops and things, show people this side of things, so show people, you know, how to start a brand, design aspect, sourcing your blanks, printing, embroidery, different types of printing, all the printing techniques. Brand management, e-commerce, you know, all these things. And obviously we've got these links, you know, they're in my immediate friend circle. So I just mentioned it to Dion and my dad. We was having a chat because Dion's mom.
Yeah, exactly that. So imagine we've just done the episode with my mum and Siobhan, obviously Soul in School, shout out them. And obviously they talk about, how they've just got funding. And then Maz's talk about this idea. I'm like, bro, we can do this and like link the two in it and like somehow make it work.
Yeah. So
and then
we were wrapping up about this, right? And you know, I was saying to Dion, like, we have to, we'll speak to your mum for advice and stuff because it's something that I'm really passionate about. Like, I want kids to come and learn. Do you know what I mean? Just for later on in life, like, you never know what impact you might have on somebody for them to look back later and be like, oh, do you know what? It was because of the Artcave boys that I've done this. I remember Dion telling me a story about somebody saying to his mum, like, when she came and did a talk many years ago, she actually inspired. And that, for me, is rewarding, bro, because like I was saying to Dee the other day, when we leave this earth, bro, we don't take nothing. We don't take none of these hoodies, no money, none of this big egos. No, bro, you gone. And it's like, what's the lasting impression that you've left on people? Do you know what I mean? And I just want to be remembered for wisdom. I want to be remembered for helping somebody. And that. So Artcave Academy. So we had this discussion. And that was it. And we said, all right, we'll speak to your mum and we'll look into it ourselves and things. Bro, I kid you not, 3 hours later, Duddy Shioto again, the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, I swear. He's just pinged me a message like, hey, bro, got an opportunity there for Bommentley School. I don't really want to do it because he's already done it. I mean, he's been doing it. He goes, do you want to do it? I was like, yeah. Like, of course I do. Count me in.
Literally just spoke about 3 hours.
And I was thinking, how have we just spoke about that?
Yeah.
And now, like,
that's just come on the same
basically
day.
gave me like a bring-in to Bommentley School. So he connected the dots into the introduction. We jumped on a Zoom call with this lady called Rosie, lovely lady, bro, brilliant, and had a great chat. Spoke about my life, Dion's life, everything, and yeah, bro. So really, really excited to see where that goes. So it's crazy, you know, that we've got a meeting on Monday with the head at Bommentley School.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sick.
To basically just discuss their vision, our vision, and then yeah, bro, like go in, do an assembly. Pick a group of kids, like, do you know what I mean? All this stuff. And that's not for Artcave Academy. That's solely for something completely different. But it all interlinks, you know? And I said to Dee, whether we do Artcave Academy in the first 6 months of 2025 or the last 6 months, it doesn't matter. Because what we're doing along the way is all going to connect. And try not to think about it too much. Like I said, believe in God. He's going to make it happen. You know, it's all in God's timing. It's never our plan. Do you know what I mean? It's God's plan. So it will be, hopefully it becomes fruitful, and I'm so excited about that. Like, we had a lady come out the other day, Sonal, she come out to the cave the other day to see us. Oh, bro, like, we could have just been chatting for ages. Like, she had to go because she had to go back to work.
It was so good, like, bro. literally, how Maz said, we could have spoke all day about
Honestly.
the plans, but like I think now like the exciting part is like just getting out there and doing all these things, like everything we planned, everything we spoke about,
100%.
just getting it done, bro. Because it's so rewarding, and man,
Yeah.
it will be good and it'll be sick. And I think like when I was in school, if someone told me like I could do something like this and like the people that we're gonna meet, I would have loved that, bro. Like I would have been sick.
Yeah.
So
That's it, man.
here we are, bro. Ready
Inspiring
to go,
the
man.
next gen, my boys.
That's
it.
Yeah, man. That's what it's about. Do you know what I mean? And because, like I say, we're always gonna do this brand stuff, printing. You know, for you know, with the brands, and that'll always be there. What else can we do? What else can we offer? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't just want to do that forever. I want to, obviously I do, but I want to do other things, you know,
of course,
interlink with it, like teaching, going into schools. One day, we said this the other day to Sona when she came to see us, that my hope or one of my dreams would be that as part of your like arts and design course, or say your fashion course, you have to go to Artcave for 4 weeks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In your course, like part
That's
of it
sick.
is to come out to Artcave as part of the real life curriculum.
Literally.
The part of the curriculum is to come to Artcave. Do you know what I mean? And like it's like a merit towards your qualification, like what you've learned from there. So, you know, hopefully we can get ourselves to that level where we can actually work with these schools
That'll happen, bro.
and be part of the curriculum. So yeah, man. But in terms of where Artcave's going, it's just to carry on building with the brands we've got, bring on new brands, Heart of Hearts.
Hey, shout out, boys.
I'm ready when you are. Yeah. But everybody else was waiting for you guys. So yeah, just give us a call. Embroidery, we know you do screen print, it's fine. But embroidery, we got you. And yeah, man.
Boys, man.
So
Yeah, man.
so yeah,
This
like,
year, man, just elevating, innit? Everyone, all of us, all
just
the guys.
growing. Like, you know, my
That's
personal
it.
plans, you know, separately from Artcave as well, is more investments, health. Start training with Dion a lot more now.
Hear that, David Lloyds, Mr. DL. Mr. DL.
Why are you doing that?
For the spot of that.
You know what? You know what?
Baz is telling me, yo, I'm gonna go Pilates, I'm going to skip class, I'm going
I'm
I'm
telling him, yo, like, look at all these classes. You telling me I can get all of this and my platinum membership? He's like, yeah. I said, yo, we're getting Pilates, man. You know what I mean? But
Function, bro. Come on.
That's another thing. Like, you know, D taking me David Lloyd's. You know, I train at Evolution Fitness. Big up Evo. I was my PT trains out of there. And D took me to David Lloyd's. And honestly, I felt like I was on holiday.
It is, bro.
Yeah,
It
he
is
took
like
me
a holiday.
once, took me twice, and we went the other day. And I said, you know what? Now I'm signing up right now. So literally signed up on the spot, and that's it. So you know, we're hoping to just
Elevate in all areas of life,
All
bro.
areas.
yeah,
bro.
and you
That's
know,
it, innit, man?
yeah, and for me, it's all about like health is key. Do you know what I mean?
100%,
Like, I'll be honest with you. In all my whole year of doing Artcave so far, I've never felt as fresh as I did that day when we came out of David Lloyd's that morning and then went to work. I was like, this is crazy. I want to start my day like this all the time.
100.
Started the day with prayer.
Yeah.
First prayer, we prayed our Fajr, and then we went to the gym, trained, spa, chilled, come out fresh. Didn't care what time we finished at Artcave or nothing. We were there. We were fresh. Everything was done. Do you know what I
Clears
mean?
your mind in the morning. When you got time to think, when you got that time to think, you can open up and create so many opportunities.
So many, bro. Honestly, it was like, yo, that's what I said.
Yeah,
signing up now
innit? That's
immediately.
it.
I need to do this all the time. So
I'll come for my monthly free pass.
Yeah,
Nah, why is he lying?
Yeah,
stop lying. Give him your Amex. Let them know. Yeah, that's it. Innit? Yeah.
Too humble, man.
It's
But
too
yo,
humble. Yeah.
Business expensive.
Nah, but yo,
claim it.
Mazza, bro, appreciate you coming on, man.
Nah,
'Cause
thank
I
you for
think,
having
yo,
me,
they're
lads,
just gonna
honestly.
It's been a
see
pleasure.
the reels now. They're just gonna see the journey, and like, bro,
That's
it's not
it.
like yo, you're just gonna see this and then nothing after. Like,
Nah.
content's just gonna be there weekly now, bro. So
That's it.
Yo, it's exciting to be on the journey with you, my boy.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you, bro. It's been a
Go on,
pleasure.
bro. Let's carry on
But
elevating.
as always, big up Leicester Podcast Studios for having us.
Yeah, man.
Big shout out to our sponsors.
What?
Artcave.
The guy here. This
Come
guy.
on.
Oh,
Also, big up our other sponsor, the Pocklington.
yeah, man.
Until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Appreciate everyone who supports. Till next time.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
She said it's such a given that she loved me for my drive. It wasn't all about the bread, I had to elevate the mind. Don't go looking in my past and then get scared of what you'll find. I'm still a work in progress, you know I'm changing over time. Still pray for long life and all my killies them to shine. But if I die tonight, I promise you these raps gon' stay alive. It's big money when we